Word up, beer lovers. I'm back from Fools and Fans, and yeah, it was one hell of an amazing festival. And I think, as my mate Andy said, like the main thing was to learn a lot, and we learned a lot from the festival. I think the biggest things I learned was how big home brewing is and how seriously South Africans take it. South Africans were coming from all over the country, from Free State, Transvaal, Eastern Cape, all over the whole entire country. And I mean, it was like such a display of so many different types of beer over 2 days. We had the home brewers on the Friday and the professional breweries on the Saturday. And I mean, you could just go there, chat to anyone, and you were going to learn stuff. There was home brewers making barrel-aged stout beers that were 11%, and there were home brewers making like perfect pilsners, etc. So yeah, it was a crazy learning experience. Also, my own beers, I think, some massive learnings there as well. Some of my beers that I made were like totally off style. I don't think I did as well as I did last year with my beers I competed in. I think the highest score I got was for my Helles Lager, Kweek Dine With Me, which in my opinion it's not even a standout. It's just something I enjoy drinking. So yeah, so that was pretty interesting. And I think a lot of the problem was because my current mash tun is a cooler box and it's 5 years old. I think the inner lining of it is starting to wear away. There are a lot of ants living inside. They're coming out. So I think the efficiency, which means the ability to produce sugars and alcohol of my whole setup, has gone right down the drain. So I've bought a new mash tun. I'm going to be hooking that up. I think I'll do a little video showing how to hook up a mash tun, how to convert a cooler box into a mash tun, or a 45 liter KDAC cooler box. Brand new. I got all the equipment. Going to convert that into a cooler box. So yeah, just to give you an idea, this is a pale ale, the Bender. I've done the Bender before. It's a high alcohol pale ale, so it's 5.6% pale ale. But I did the readings on it, and it actually came out with 1 point less gravity than expected. So it was, I mean, somewhere around a 4% pale ale. And with the amount of hops and everything that you put into it, ended up being quite a thin beer. Very different to the original recipe that I've done. And yeah, I mean, I hated this beer the first time I tasted it. I'm going to taste it again. I think the other difference is I put Olicana hops in it. Olicana was like the hop for the festival. They gave us a lot of free Olicana to try out. But most of the feedback I got was that people didn't really enjoy the Olicana. A lot of the reasons for that were that I think it is a very piney, resiny kind of hop, so you're going to get that kind of terpene that you would get out of wood flavor from it. And yeah, so you can get some ascorbic and some woody flavors, but let's taste that. So that's the Bender, this version with Olicana hops, and also missed the gravity by over 1%, so ended up being about a 4% beer instead of a 5.6% beer. But yeah, let's see what we get. I honestly hated this beer the first time I tried it. Yeah, I mean, there's a really good nose. It's got lovely passion fruit nose. Yeah, it's very thin for the amount of kind of hoppy, I would say like hoppy juiciness, like that herbaceousness. It's very, yeah, it's very thin. It hasn't got a lot of body, so it hasn't got that sweetness. So it's missing all the sweetness that this beer should have. I don't hate it. Yeah, I mean, it's a drinkable beer, but it's not something I would go out of my way to drink. All right, guys, can't win them all. Cheers.